silent on the window pane. Your laugh still echoes in the empty room. I wrap myself in blankets stained with time, tracing shadows where we used to bloom. The cold creeps in, but it doesn't sting like the ache of missing everything. There's beauty in the sadness, darling, don't you see? In the way the light breaks soft through tears we can't unweep, in every whispered I love you that the wind carried away, in the quiet after heartbreak where the heart learns to stay. We fall apart so gently like leaves in autumn's end, but there's beauty in the sadness, my forever friend. Hold the hurt close, let it sing its song. Beauty in the sadness, where we both belong. Photos fade, but feelings never do. Your hand in mine feels like a distant dream. I light a candle for the nights we knew, and watch the flame dance in the dim. No promises to keep, no roads to mend, just learning how to breathe without you again. There's beauty in the sadness, darling, don't you see? In the way the light breaks soft through tears we can't unweep, in every whispered I love you that the wind carried away, in the quiet after heartbreak where the heart learns to stay. We fall apart so gently like leaves in autumn's end, but there's beauty in the sadness, my forever friend. Hold the hurt close, let it sing its song. Beauty in the sadness, carrying on. Maybe someday the pain will turn to light, a gentle glow instead of endless night. But until then, I'll sit here in the blue, finding beauty, finding me in you. Beauty in the sadness, let it linger. Beauty in the sadness, soft and true. Petals unfurl in the hush of the morn, where frost used to cling, now the green is reborn. Your memory lingers, not sharp like a thorn, but soft as the soil where new roots are formed. No thunder of change, no rush to the sun, just one quiet breath where the healing to forget, no need to erase. Bloom in the quiet, finding my place. Bloom gentle and slow. Letting it grow. The garden we planted still waits in the yard. Weeds and the roses, both scarred but unmarred. I water the places your hands used to tend, and watch as the green starts to mend what was bent. The seasons keep turning, indifferent and kind. They teach me that endings can soften with time. Bloom in the quiet, slow and unseen. Roots drinking deep from the tears that have been. I carry your color in veins that still ache, but the light finds its way through the cracks that you made. No need to forget, no need to erase. Bloom in the quiet, finding my place. Bloom gentle and slow. Perhaps love was the seed that we buried too deep, now sprouting in silence while I finally sleep. Not whole yet, not healed, but alive in the tribe. Blooming because even endings can die. Bloom in the quiet, it finds me. Softly, I'm growing. I'm growing. Waves crash soft against the empty shore. Your footsteps washed away forevermore. I trace the sand where we used to lie, counting the stars that fell from your goodbye. The salt still stings on lips we never kissed enough. Time pulls harder when the heart's already rough. Fading like the tide, you're drifting out of reach. I scream your name, but the ocean steals my speech. Hold me in the memory before the light is gone. Love me one more echo, then carry on. Even if we're broken, scattered in the blue, I drown in every moment just to feel like I had you. Fading like the tide, fading into night. Your voice still haunts the wind at dawn. feeling's gone. I wear your silence like a heavy coat, warming ghosts of promises we wrote. No anchors left to hold us through the storm, just echoes of the fire that kept us warm. Fading like the tide, you're drifting out of reach. I scream your name, but the ocean steals my speech. Hold me in the memory before the light is gone. Love me one more echo, then carry on. Even if we're broken, scattered in the blue, I drown in every moment just to feel like I had you. Fading like the tide, fading into night. Maybe in another life the sea would let us stay. No pulling currents, no goodbye at break of day. But here the moon just watches as I break, whispering your name until my voice gives way. Fading like the tide, carry on without me. Love me in the quiet. Fading, fading. Ice cracks on the river, a whisper of thought. Your shadow lingers in the melt of the drop. I trace the cracks where the cold used to hold, but something stirs now, soft and untold. No rush of color, no sudden spring song, just the tiniest thought where I've waited so long. First light after winter, breaking pale and slow, a glow on the horizon I never thought I'd know. I carry your echo, but the weight feels lighter now. In the quiet unfolding, I learned to allow the hurt to soften, the memories to stay. First light after winter, washing the gray away. First light, gentle and true. First light, leading me through. Birdsong returns like a half-forgotten dream. Your name on my lips, not a wound but a seam. I walk the old trails with a steadier step, collecting the pieces I no longer regret. The nights still whisper, the ache doesn't flee, but dawn Ocean creeps closer, setting part of me free. First light after winter, breaking pale and slow. A glow on the horizon I never thought I'd know. I carry your echo, but the weight feels lighter now. In the quiet unfolding, I learned to allow the hurt to soften, the memories to stay. First light after winter, washing the gray away. First light, gentle and true. First light, leading me through. Maybe healing isn't forgetting the rain, but learning to dance in the ache and the pain. One breath at a time, one crack in the frost. The winter is ending, but love isn't lost. First light after winter, it finds me. First light, softly. First light, I'm breathing.
I saw you standing in the dim light glow, looking like a dream I can't let go. Laughing soft while the world felt wrong. Then you whispered, baby, sing your song. You pulled me close under stormy skies, begging for the fire in your eyes. But the shadows whisper since we hide. Oh, won't you kiss me on the mouth and love me like a sailor, rough and true through every gale and failure. I don't believe in heaven's call, but you're my savior after all. My heart's adrift, lost in the waves. Love me like a sailor, save me from the grave. Even if the storm tears us apart, hold me like you'll never break my heart. Your fingers trace the lines we can't erase, moments stolen in a secret place. I taste the salt of tears we never said, wishing we could run and never stay. The nights grow longer, colder every day. Your voice still echoes, fading away. But in the quiet I still pray. Oh, won't you kiss me on the mud now, then love me like a sailor, rough and true through every gale and failure. I don't believe in heaven's call, but you're my savior after all. My heart's adrift, lost in the waves. Love me like a sailor, save me from the grave. Even if the world says we should part, love me like a sailor. sleep to dream you. Hate to wake alone. Your flavor lingers, carved in every bone. No gods to judge, just us in the dark. One more kiss before we fall apart. Kiss me like a sailor. Love me like you'll never let me go. Even if it's over, love me like a sailor, slow.
Frost on the glass, another morning alone. Your name in my breath, a cloud on the phone. I walk the same path where we used to meet. Footprints filled with snow, but the heart still beats. No grand revelations, no sudden release, just tiny sparks in the endless breeze. Moments in the gray, they flicker and they stay. A laugh in the quiet, a hand that slips away. I collect them like stones in my pocket, worn thin, proof that we were real, even if we can't begin again. In the cold light breaking, I'll let the hurt remain, but hold these moments in the gray. They keep me sane. Moments in the gray, soft and slow. Moments in the gray, letting go. Coffee goes cold on the sill by the door. Memories replay like rain on the floor. I don't chase the sun, I sit in the shade, learning how to live with the choices we made. The ache doesn't leave, but it learns to breathe. A companion now, not an enemy. Moments in the gray, they flicker and they stay. A laugh in the quiet, a hand that slips away. I collect them like stones in my pocket, worn thin, proof that we were real, even if we can't begin again. In the cold light breaking, I let the hurt remain, but hold these moments in the gray. They keep me sane. Moments in the gray, soft and slow. Moments in the gray, letting go. Maybe the winter won't last forevermore. Maybe one day I'll open another door, but until then I'll cradle what was ours. These fragile lights in the darkest hour. Moments in the gray, they flicker. Moments in the gray, they stay, letting go. stood right next to you while hiding how I felt. I memorized your heartbeat but kept it to myself. I laughed at all your jokes like nothing was wrong, but every smile cost me every time I played along. I thought loving quietly would hurt a little less, but silence learned my weakness and pressed against my chest. I loved you in silence where no one could see. I gave you my heart, but never the key. I watched you fall for someone else while I stayed behind. I loved you in silence and lost you in time. I almost say your name 1,000 times a day, but fear would pull me back before the words could stay. You talked about forever like I wasn't there. I nodded like a stranger while breaking in my chair. If love is meant to be brave, then I was never strong. I chose to stay invisible, and that's where I went wrong. I loved you in silence where no one could see. I gave you my heart, but never the key. I watched you fall for someone else while I stayed behind. I loved you in silence and lost you in time. Maybe in another life I'd say it out loud. I'd risk the fall, I'd risk you turning around. I loved you in silence. Now it's all I can do to carry these feelings that never reached you. If loving you quietly was all I could find, then I loved you in silence and paid with my time. Some love is felt but never heard. I still see your shadow on the wall by my bed. Every word you never said still running through my head. I tried moving forward, but the past pulls me back. Like your name in my phone, I still haven't unpacked. I don't hate you, I swear. I just don't understand how you promise forever, then let go of my hand. If you ever miss me, I'll be right where you left me, picking pieces of love you don't want anymore. If you ever feel lonely, know I felt that first. Don't come looking back. I'm learning to heal from the heart you cracked. I loved you quietly and lost you loud.
I try to fit the shape you wanted, every line you drew for me. I broke myself into pieces just to be where you would see. I smiled through the weight of silence, ignored the cracks inside my chest. You kept asking me for perfect, while I gave you all I left. I thought love meant I should change, I thought pain was just the price. But I'm done apologizing for being alive. So here's your perfect, I'm walking away. I won't lose myself just to make you stay. You wanted flawless, wanted control, but I was dying just to feel whole. If loving you means losing me, then this is your perfect ending. I carry guilt that wasn't mine, wore your doubts like they were truth. I blame my heart for breaking when it was breaking because of you. You never saw the way I faded, trying to meet your every need. I was busy fixing us while you were fixing me. I finally see it clear tonight, love shouldn't feel like a fight. So here's your perfect, I'm letting go. I won't pretend I'm someone I don't know. You wanted more than I could be, but I deserve to breathe freely. If walking away sets me free, then this is your perfect ending. Maybe someday you'll understand, love isn't built on changing who I am. I hope you find what you were chasing, but I won't break for love again. So here's your perfect, say goodbye, I choose myself for the first time. I won't apologize for scars. You couldn't love my broken parts. If this is where our story ends, then this is your perfect end. I'm finally whole again. I'm finally whole again.
The room still holds your name, but you don't live here anymore. Your shadow sits beside me on this cold and broken floor. I talk to walls that never speak. They listen better than you did. When silence starts to hurt and memories scream louder, I close my eyes and feel you slipping further. If love is meant to fade, then why does it stay this long? When silence starts to hurt, I know you're really gone. I left your cup beside the sink like you might come back soon. I wake up at midnight, reaching for a ghost in you. I learned the sound of being alone. It's heavier than words. When silence starts to hurt and every breath feels slower, I replay things I never said over and over. If time is meant to heal, then why am I still here? When silence starts to hurt, your absence feels too near. I don't cry loud anymore. Tears learn how to hide. Pain doesn't need a voice when it lives inside. When silence starts to hurt, I stop pretending I'm strong. I sit with all the pieces that don't belong. If loving you was wrong, then I don't need to be right. When silence starts to hurt, I stay with it tonight. No music.